Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel is Finding Value. Today we're going to do our daily technical analysis of uranium, see what the uranium sector is doing. Getting more sell-offs. We got this Omicron variant. Omicron. I think that's how you pronounce it. Omicron variant. That guy is causing a lot of fear, or girl, whatever it is, that virus. I don't know if they have boy, girls, the viruses, if any sexes in there, but yeah, it's wreaking havoc. I can show you in the charts what that looks like. I can give you my financial opinion. The structural underpinnings under this market for uranium are very strong. They are solid. They've never been so solid. What's happening is fear is overtaking. Fear is a stronger emotion than greed. And when people are fearful, they start selling all sorts of stuff. There could also be mixed in here some forced selling. When things go down, if you've got too much margin, you get some losses, there's some forced selling going on. So people are going to have to do some selling to raise some cash for whatever. A little of that could be going on. And I'll let you know if we're getting somewhat close. It doesn't look like we have bottomed yet. I'm still looking for it. And again, I don't try catching a falling knife the majority of the time. Sometimes I'll do a little bit of sprinkling in if I have to. But right now, I'm sitting tight right now. I'm not doing anything. But let's dive into the charts. I'll give you my financial opinion here. Please don't use it as advice. We've got the Sprott Physical Uranium Trust right behind me here. That's the 5-year, the 1 year. These are daily candlesticks behind me. We have broken to the downside. We've been selling off. We've got some support right below it, 1081. It bounced off of it today. There's some support here from this guy there. And then we've got a lot more support, I would say, kind of back here at 930, 940. Is it going to go down that far? I have no idea. Can't tell you. But it is selling off. Looking at URNM, another strong sell-off day, ending pretty strong at the end of the day. We've got support underneath it coming through this guy here, coming through, and I drew that one in. This thing's getting a little bit busy up there. And we'll see if that support holds. We'll zoom back into it. We've got the breakout here to the downside. We've got this support coming through here that we broke. And now we're going to go to this next line of support below it. That is at 78.42-ish. But strong sell-off today. It ended pretty strong, lower. We'll see what tomorrow brings us, but we could continue lower. It's a very high likelihood. Now here's Bannerman. Bannerman is still in its downtrend line. So we came up, we broke to the downside. We are still tracking lower. You can see here's the downtrend line. We're still in that downtrend. So lower. It hasn't broken the downtrend. Goviax, we've been flopping all around like a fish on dry land, flopping all over the place. We do have strong support at 27 cents. If we back out, that's the support line I drew in here at 27 cents. So that's our support right now. And we've got a couple of hits on it. All through here, all through here. Global Atomic, again, we've got a strong sell-off today. Let's zoom way in on the right-hand side. We've broken to the downside of this ascending wedge triangle. Zooming on in. There's the downtrend line. We tried breaking out. We needed to close above 330 for a new reversal downtrend to uptrend. That's not happening. And right now, we potentially could be kind of bouncing around. I'm not really going to draw anything in here, but we do have support, I would say, right below it at 277. Forces Metals Corporation. Looking at the Forces. Forces kind of popped up, and then we rolled back over. We still looks like it has some good support all through here. You can see all this support coming through here. If I were to draw a line, it would look something like this. There's your support line. Let's back out a little bit more. And if I were to draw this across, all I do is I look for support. And we do have some support through there. We've got good support through here and through here. So we can go to 53 cents, 60 cents, and then we've got good support kind of right where it is underneath it at 66.666 cents. So there's that. Deep yellow, usually, and this is in weird times here, usually when you get all these wicks on the bottom, you've got good buying support underneath it. I've seen the buying support in like precious metals, and they've been blowing through their support line. So we have support underneath it. Yes, there are buyers down here. We are still in a downtrend, though. Just extending that line out. So what I mean by support is if you drew a line across here and you kind of can see it through here, see that support? And be careful, because these things, I mean, this thing can break to the downside or the upside. Basically, we're coming to a point here where pressure is going to have to be released. And that pressure can release upward or downward. So we might see another large down day, or maybe we break to the upside if the markets are turning around and looking a little bit better. We'll see what happens. Here's Sky Harbor. I'm going to start adding in some support lines as these things are created. I'm going to cut the top off and put it through here because we've got a lot more number of hits here. So we're still in a downtrend for Sky Harbor. It has not reversed. Looking at the 1 year, that's what it looks like coming through it. Next Gen Energy, still coming down, breaking through this support. Let's zoom in on the right-hand side here. There's the break right there, and it ended going to the downside. So we could see further weakness for Next Gen Energy if the buyers don't step in. Canalaska, man, come on, guys, find some strength. Did some dancing around the line, and we're still coming down here. Are we going to find support here? Will this hold right where it's at with this hammer pattern? Tomorrow is going to tell us what's going to happen. But right now, I'm holding tight, not doing anything. Base load. At least we got some green candlesticks. Big bullish engulfing candlestick here. Popped higher, and then we got gapped lower. But we're still holding this line through here. Would I be a buyer here? And I would be holding on. I wouldn't be doing much of anything. Looking to the left, looking for support all through here. There's a little bit of support, and there's some support a little bit. I'd say there's strong support where this green line's at, and there's strong support where this red line's at. We'll see if this holds here or not. Fission 3.0. Man, we were up so big today, and then it sold off throughout the day. Up big here, hit the support, bounced back, popped higher, gapped up higher in the morning, and then sold off throughout the day. That's what this looks like. Gapped up, and then sold off. Very volatile. We're still in a downtrend there. Downtrend, sideways. Let's see if this line holds here at 64 cents. We've got multiple hits here. We've got hammer patterns showing that there's support underneath this line I drew here. Is this going to hold? We'll find out. And it's up to you if you guys want to add here. You're going to have to be quite brave if you're going to be adding here because the rest of the sector is looking pretty weak. That's up to you on what you want to do. But if you want to do a little sprinkle master, that's up to you. But the bigger line underneath here of support, I mean, this is an ascending wedge pattern on the big boy pattern here. So this could break back down, even down here, if things get really, really ugly. And I'm not projecting that. I'm not projecting that. I'm just saying things could get really ugly if you start breaking down. CCJ, this is getting pretty ugly. We are breaking to the downside here. That's the 1 year. You can see this ascending type wedge pattern. We broke down and we've been pulling back. It does not look like there's any downtrend line that's being broken or anything. It looks like a continued move lower. The projected move, if we were to throw a move on here, it's going to be something it's going to be a pretty big projected move. I'm just going to put it. It could be even this. I mean, I don't like throwing these things because the projected moves can be quite large. $18.50 is what it could do. Looking at Kazatomprom, again, ascending wedge, breaking to the downside. We are still kind of flailing around down here. Looking a little bit better than some of the other companies, but being the best of a pullback doesn't mean that you're strong. Peninsula Energy, again, we're in pullback mode, guys. That's just the reality of it. 3 months, we're still in this downtrend. I am still saying we're in pullback mode, and it looks like it finished pretty strong to the downside. Boss Energy, okay, they finally adjusted this. I'm going to throw in a pattern here. And then you got this guy. Oops, we got this guy coming up. And we zoom in on the right-hand side. It's volatile as all get out all over here. And I wouldn't be doing anything. I'd just be holding on. I wouldn't try to do anything here. Lotus Resources. Let me zoom back out. This is the downtrend line. I'm going to probably redraw it when we zoom in on it. What I'm going to do is drag this way. It's going to be more like that for the downtrend line. We're still in a downtrend, and I wouldn't be doing anything yet. That's what I would be doing here. Oh. Move it back over there. Uroy, Meroy, no, Uroy. So look at this. This is, we'll zoom out here. We have big selling pressure here, guys. Big selling pressure. Remember, this is my projected move here, 289. Will it hit it? I don't know, but if we do, I'm a buyer. I can tell you that. Let me move this thing over a little bit. Let's go to a 1 year. We're moving on down. You can see it. It finished pretty strong today. The downtrend line is definitely intact. It is bonsaiing down lower. I wouldn't be doing anything. I'd just be waiting. I'd be waiting. This is probably more of a retail stock, so people are probably bailing out left and right. Did I bail out? No, I didn't. I did not. I'm a believer. Looking at Encore Energy. Let me zoom this guy through here. This guy's been dancing the line all over the place, at least this one up here. You could probably draw another one that's not as steep here, and I'll just, I can do that here real quick, guys. What I mean is do something like that. But it's still in a downtrend, so I wouldn't be doing anything. You're going to hear me say that quite a bit. Downtrend line, I wouldn't be doing anything with UU. URG, again, here's our downtrend line. It's still in the downtrend line. I would not be doing anything. UEC, I'm going to redraw this because it looks like we've got some more hits here. So I'm going to open this up here. And we are still in a downtrend. We've broken through this support line. Let's see what it does. I'm not going to do anything. Patience. LEU is going lower, it looks like. We've got that bearish engulfing at the end of the day here. I would not be doing anything. This big picture view here, that's what it looks like. Let this thing come on back. Whenever you go vertical like this, they usually like to pull back or go sideways for a while. So be patient. LTBR, Light Bridge. There's the big picture view. Here's the 1 year, shoulder, head, shoulder. It's probably going to head back. I've got a projected move of 667. It could come back and do a retest. What do we do on the retests? That's what you need to figure out what you want to do. Do an ISO Energy. We got a little bit of a wick on the bottom. That's what I look for, is try to find some sellers. There's some buyers and sellers in this area. You can see all these transactions that happened. We'll see if that thing holds or not. If we zoom in on it, it's got a little bit of a buying pressure at the end of the day today. It did have some strong selling pressure, a little bit of a reversal candlestick here. Can we get some momentum to the upside? We'll find out tomorrow. But we don't have it yet. We just have the showing of it. And then we've got this guy still in a downtrend for Appia Energy. Yeah, it rocketed higher today, hit its resistance line, and then sold back off. So that's what happened today. Denison Mines is still chopping back and forth. If you want to put like a pattern on this, it's something on the lines that looks like this. It's just a downward channel. Oops, didn't take. So there's that. That's what we're doing for Denison Mines. Again, I'd be just holding on. I wouldn't be buying or selling. I'd just be waiting. Blue Sky Uranium, yeah, was up 4.45% today. I'm not, I'd be very kind of careful here, just holding on. The entire sector doesn't look too hot. Forum Energy Metals, as this thing declines, we're back out here. If it hits down in this 6 cent, somewhere down in here, I'm a buyer. I may even load up. I mean, this thing, it went on up. They had bad results of their drilling for another metal. I think it was nickel. And that was with Rio Tinto. They're coming on back. And if this thing comes all the way back, they have other assets that they're exploring for. So I'm going to remain positive on it. I'm just waiting for basically a reversal move. So I'm waiting on it. And then Laramide's more sell-off pressure. This one's consolidated up in that corner. Let's zoom in on it. The projected move here, I'll throw a projected move just for you guys so you can kind of see what I would think. Something on the lines of like 40 cents if this thing does a full retrace. Is that possible? Maybe. Let me try to put this back here and make sure this is, it's the correct size. Something around 40-ish cents. And we have not broken. This is still moving quite strongly to the downside here. So I'm not, if we can build a couple of, a base or something, or bottoms at a specific price a couple of times, just looking to the left. Let's look to the left real quick. We do have some support where it's at. All these buying and selling days all through here at about 57, 56 cents. So if we're going to come, I wouldn't get too overly aggressive, because what sometimes happens is it hits these, it bounces up, and then it rolls back and goes back over. Kind of like it bounces on something, comes up, and then rolls back over. And it bounces on support a few times. So I'm looking for that, and I think we're still early in this game here with this pullback. I don't see any evidence that this is a bottoming area. So be patient here. Don't go crazy. Just hold on. That's what I'm doing. And I'll let you know when I'm starting to accumulate. And I'm going to accumulate uranium, oil. Those are two of my favorite sectors. And if we get a decent sized pullback here, I may go a little. I'll save some money up here, and maybe I can pick up some good amounts in some of these areas. And hopefully it stays down for a little bit. Like a couple months, not just a touch and go. So we want to stay down, acquire some cheap shares, and then have it turn on up. If you guys like this analysis, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And thank you for listening. This is Finding Value.